Thank you for joining us today at Urban Beats Radio 2. I am super excited about today's interview. We will be interviewing CEO and music producer Marc Virden of Elmarq Records. He is from Atlanta, Georgia. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marc Virden of Elmarq Records. He is a CEO and music producer, and this is his record label company. The first question I wanted to ask you is, when did you first start producing music?
Oh, I started producing music like early 90s. Started out doing like hip hop rap stuff with the Shadow MC, which I know you're familiar with.
Yes,
Name. Yeah, spent a lot of time in the studio with him. Just trying to create some hits or whatever. So,
yeah,
but yeah, like I said, it's like the late 90s. I mean, early 90s.
awesome. That's good. That's good stuff. That's a long, long time. And so,
Mhm.
when did you start the record label?
Record label, we started that like around 2006. The idea came from the fact that we had a young lady that we was working with, Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we had some people looking at her, wanting to, possibly sign her to like a production deal.
Yes,
But at the same time, I was reading up on how a lot of people were starting their own labels and everything, and I was like, well, why don't we just do our own thing instead of going to somebody else?
absolutely.
Uh, right. So yeah, we ended up setting up our label. Coming up with the name, which is actually a combination of L and myself,
Right.
Marc.
Absolutely. I definitely remember L for sure. Sure. So, what's the best part about producing music? What do you love about doing producing music?
Just the creativity part of let yourself be expressive in your thoughts and your feelings and everything, and just hearing it all come together once you're finished with your product and everything, and get it out there for people to hear.
Absolutely.
It's just um, it's just a passion.
Yeah, that's what I love about it too. I'm very passionate about music. I've come over to your studio a couple of times trying to get in the studio and record some things myself. But I think it takes a lot of time, and you definitely got to be passionate about it if you're going to keep going in that direction.
Oh,
So that's
definitely,
absolutely
definitely. Have a lot of people that comes here and then they think they can do a whole album in a day.
exactly right. Right. It definitely takes time, and you got to be ready when you get in there. So,
Yes, definitely. And yeah, and that's another thing I try and tell people when they come here.
mhm.
Have your stuff ready. Don't try and figure out what you want to do when you get here.
Exactly. Already be ready to work.
Hmm.
I've
Hmm.
learned that the hard way. Be ready when you get here. You can't be going back and forth or whatever. So,
Oh no. Oh no.
absolutely. So, with all the music that you produce, what is your favorite genre of music? Like your type that you like the most?
Mm, I like a combination of like neo soul and R&B
Hmm.
with a little jazz. I've done gospel as well, which I love doing that.
Yes.
Worked with a gospel artist a few years ago.
Yes.
Worked on her project, which was about, I want to say, 10 songs, I believe.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, do you have any upcoming music projects going on that's in the works right now?
Yeah, actually, I do. I've been working with Sonya again.
Great.
Um, we're working on a couple of songs. Waiting for her to come back in. She's dealing with some, personal issue of tragedies right now.
I understand.
So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So keep her in prayer. Hopefully, she can get on back in here and we can
Absolutely.
finish up, finish up. But yeah, I've been working with her. Um, I've also been working with my old music teacher, Russell Williams.
Awesome.
Uh, he's been working on his gospel project, which he hopes to. We're going to try and finish that up by the end of the year, hopefully.
Good stuff. That's good stuff.
And I also work with a guy by the name of Bernard Jackson. He actually just released some things on Facebook the other day.
Cool. Cool.
Uh, you and he came over here to record. I helped him
Hmm.
put everything together as far as a vocal recording and everything. So
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, is there any advice that you would give someone that's wanting to enter into the music business? Uh, what kind of advice would you give somebody trying to get into the business that would help them?
Well, it depends on what side of the business they want to come into. If they want to do like production work or whatever, my first advice would be to learn an instrument,
Mm,
whether it be piano, guitar, or something. Just learn something. That way, you can kind of convey your ideas to your producers or whatever. When you do come in the studio, and you're not fumbling around trying to figure out, okay, I want this to sound this way, or I want it to sound that way. You can actually do that before you come in here, and
absolutely.
right, and be ready. Another piece of advice I would give people is be ready to spend a lot of time. If you don't, if you don't want to put in the time to do what you want to do in here, mm-mm.
You definitely got to put in the work. I remember
Yes,
being over there some nights to 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, so I know
yeah,
time
yeah,
is
definitely,
definitely. And I'm actually trying to get myself mentally prepared again to try to, put in the time, the work, and like you said, when you come, be ready already.
yeah.
Be ready to just lay the track and be done.
Right, exactly. Because it takes time to get everything perfect,
Yes,
or as perfect as you can. I mean, nothing is ever quote unquote perfect, but getting it as
absolutely.
perfect as you possibly can. That's satisfying to you, to where once you release it later on, you be like, oh man, I wish I'd have did this instead of doing that or whatever. So,
Okay, all right.
and another piece of advice, if you're going to get into production, is to register with either BMI
Hmm.
or ASCAP as a songwriter. Um, Songwriters and producers make way more than artists.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely, get yourself signed up with one of those two. I'm
Absolutely.
currently with BMI. So,
That's good stuff. That's definitely good stuff. So, is there anything else that you want anyone else to know about Elmarq Records that I haven't asked you questions about?
well, yeah, we're more than just a record company. We do music production, like for other artists or whatever, and I also use the studio as a stream of income, as far as like other artists that's not on the label that want to come and record and get their projects recorded, mixed, and mastered and everything, and offer those services too as well. So.
That's great stuff. That's great, great stuff. So, my $1 million question that I'd ask everyone that comes on my show: where can your fans connect with you on social media and the internet?
Facebook is
Okay.
one place they can go, and there's another place called Virden.
Okay.
The address is reverbnation.com/Elmarq Records LLC.
Okay. Awesome. That is great. Well, that's all I got for today. I'm just so excited to see you, have you on the show finally, and hopefully we'll be getting a chance to connect soon at some point. I know everybody's working, got busy schedules and stuff, but I'm just so happy to know you, and I just thank you for all the times that you've let us come over and come in the studio and test out our vocal skills and trying to see if we still got it, and trying to make it
Now,
work.
now I still have your recording if you want me to put it up
Yeah,
on my website for people to hear.
you know what? We got to finish the last one that we're working on. I think it's Appreciate Me. And I may
Yeah.
try to add
hmm
that as like an interlude, like the part
hmm
we did work on the chorus part. Now that one, I like that one. I do. And you can go ahead and do whatever you got to do. Like I said, I'm definitely planning on coming back over there so we can work on some more stuff together.
Hey, come on, I'm ready. I am
I,
ready. I'm always ready.
absolutely. I know you look. You got the whole setup, everything ready. But
So
thank
yeah.
you so much, Mark, and we will definitely be chatting soon. And thank you for being on today's show.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're definitely welcome anytime.
Go to was brought to you by Whipple Tompkins Mobile Notary Service, where notary service is fast and reliable. Available 24/7. You better get it.
Look around and see I love you. No one else can do what I do. another special day. Please stay. New day has come, and we're still wrapped in each other's arms. Being with you feels so good. Will you stay with me when the morning comes?